Nobody tells you the truth about the Florida weather. They show you beaches, they show you sunshine, they don't show you the humidity that hits you like a wall, the daily storms, or what it actually feels like living through hurricane season. So today, I'm gonna tell you everything that everyone else leaves out. Because if you're thinking about moving to Stuart, Florida, or anywhere along Florida's Treasure Coast, this is something you need to understand before you make your decision. Hi there, my name is Melanie Gunning, and I am your Florida real estate guide. And I help people relocate to Stuart and the Treasure Coast every single week. And one of the biggest mistakes I see, people move here thinking it's perfect weather all year round. Then they experience their first summer, their first storm, or their first hurricane season. And it catches them completely off guard. So in this video, I'm gonna break down exactly what Florida weather is like year round. The good, the bad, and the stuff nobody wants you to know about. So let's get into it. So first, let's talk about the big picture. Stuart sits right on Florida's Treasure Coast along the Atlantic Ocean. This means we get what's called a humid subtropical to tropical climate. Here's the translation. Hot summers, warm winters, high humidity, daily storms in certain months, ocean breezes that make a huge difference. They are a lifesaver. Now here's what draws people in. We average about 240 days of sun per year. You can be outside almost all year long. Boating, fishing, golf, beach days in the middle of the winter. But here's the trade-off. That sunshine comes with humidity, fast-changing weather, and a very real storm season. It's not a set-it-and-forget-it type of climate. Florida weather will keep you on your toes, especially in the summer months. So let's start with the reason why most people move here, and that's winter. From December through February, Florida is the absolute best. Temperatures sit around 70 to 80 degrees during the day. This brings cool mornings, comfortable evenings, and low humidity. This is what people think Florida is like all year round. You're gonna see packed beaches, very full golf courses, outdoor dining everywhere, festivals, markets, and events nonstop. This is the peak lifestyle season. You can walk downtown Stuart, you can sit by the water, you can jump on a boat, and it truly feels like you're on vacation every single day. But there is a catch. Everyone else is here too. Population spikes, traffic definitely increases, restaurants get very busy, seasonal prices do go up, but weather-wise, winter on the Treasure Coast is about as perfect as it's gonna get. Are you planning a move to Stuart, Florida, or anywhere in Martin County? Before you spend hours Googling, my team and I have done all of the heavy lifting for you. We have created a complete relocation guide that covers everything from local employers to schools and hospitals and many insider tips that you just won't find anywhere else. The best part about it, it is completely free. Just hit the link in the description or the top pinned comment and grab your copy today. So let's talk about spring. Spring runs from about March through May, and this is when things can start heating up again. Temperatures will move into the 80s and humidity can start creeping back in, and the ocean is perfect. This is when the locals will say that this is the sweet spot. You still get beautiful weather, but with fewer crowds than the winter peak season. Now, here is something that people don't expect. Allergies, big time. Spring in Florida brings a surprising amount of pollen. Oak trees, grasses, even palm trees. If you're sensitive to it, you're going to feel it, and the longer you live here, the more allergies develop. But overall, springtime is one of the best times to enjoy everything Florida has to offer. Let's talk about that summertime. Summer is the season that separates the people really fast. So summer is June through September, and I'm gonna be honest with you, this is where people either adapt or they start questioning their move. Temperatures hit the high 80s to mid 90s, but the real factor is the humidity. The humidity can push the heat indexes into the high 90s and even the low hundreds. You walk outside and within minutes, you're sweating bullets. And it's not just the heat, the air is heavy, it's thick, it's Florida heat. Now here's the pattern that mostly locals understand. Mornings, beautiful. Sunny, calm, perfect for beach or golf. But in the afternoon, the clouds build, and around that 3 to 4 p.m., boom, thunderstorms, heavy rain, and lightning. And then an hour later, we've got sunshine again. This can happen almost daily in the summer. So here are the pros. You've got nice, lush green landscapes. You definitely have fewer crowds, and you don't have that seasonal pricing, which is why it's always one of my favorite times of the year. But here are the cons. You do have intense heat, you have high humidity, and you have daily storms. So locals are gonna adjust by doing things in the morning or in the evenings. Hey there, it's Mulaney Gunning, and I love making these videos, but what I love even more is actually helping people move to the Stuart, Port St. Lucie, and the Treasure Coast area. Whether you're relocating next week, next month, or even a year from now, I would love to walk you through the process. My contact information is on the screen, and it's also located in the description. Do not hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to help. So let's talk about that dreaded fall and hurricane season. Fall in Florida runs October into November. Temperatures do start cooling down a little. Humidity can begin dropping, and things will become more comfortable again, especially in November. But this season does overlap with something important, and that's hurricane season. Hurricane season is officially June through November. The peak months are going to be August, September, and October. And let me be real with you, living in Stuart on Florida's Treasure Coast, you are not constantly dealing with hurricanes. Most storms either weaken or shift direction, but we do pay attention and we do prepare, and we do absolutely respect it. That means we're watching forecasts, we're always having our supplies ready, and we completely understand our evacuation zones. The upside is Florida is built for this. We have new construction, which is bringing impact glass, stronger building codes, and advanced tracking systems. So while this can sound scary, it's more about awareness than panic. And to be honest, we really don't get nervous unless the Waffle House is closing. That is definitely a local joke. But still, hurricane season is just part of life here. Let me get you some real insider tips regarding the weather. Number one, the closer you are to water, the better the breeze. The ocean air definitely makes a difference. Number two, AC is just not an optional thing. You're gonna use your air conditioning year-round, or almost year-round. Number three, outdoor living is everything. You're gonna have screened-in patios, or lanais, pools, and that ocean access. And finally, you're gonna be checking that weather radar app on the daily and sometimes hourly. Storms here pop up and disappear very quickly. Locals don't guess, they check. So what is Florida weather like year-round? If you're living in Stuart along Florida's Treasure Coast, you're gonna get incredible winters, beautiful springs, hot, intense summers, a real storm season, and ocean breezes that just make it all worth it. It's not perfect, but for a lot of people, it's exactly what they're looking for. So now I want to hear from you. What part of the Florida weather do you think will be the hardest to adjust to? Drop that in the comments. And if you're thinking about moving to Stuart or anywhere along the Treasure Coast, reach out to me. My team and I help people relocate here every single week, and we would love to assist you in making the right move for you. So make sure to follow along and subscribe. We drop weekly videos about living in Florida. And remember, you should love where you live. My name's Mulaney Gunning, and I will see you on the next home tour.